It was really tremendously thrilling and humbling, and I just have been deeply honored to have learned that I won the Gauss Award, in large part because the roster of people who have won it in the past is like a hall of fame of literary critics. I literally don't think I could be the writer that I am without the works of people like M.H. Abrams and Marjorie Garber and Lawrence Buell and Peter Brooks and on and on. This wonderful cavalcade of critics who have written beautiful books through the years and who have all been honored with this award. Also underlying that even more, though, of course, is that the most famous Phi Beta Kappa address of all time was delivered in 1837 by Ralph Waldo Emerson, entitled The American Scholar, and that's a work that I've thought of so much. I've thought so much about over my career. I've written about it in several books, but that address is like in the genetic code, I think, of American literary culture and the literary tradition. It's so full of promise and hope, and at the end of it, Emerson specifically calls upon the intellectual in America to effect what he calls the conversion of the world. And I think what he means, among other things, is that the American writer, the American thinker, should not live entirely in an ivory tower, but should try to make things better, should try to affect social change. And I mention this because one of the things that I was so interested in my book was to consider how Emerson's call to convert the world eventually led to a literary tradition that included people like Herman Melville and Emily Dickinson and Nathaniel Hawthorne, Harriet Beecher Stowe, but people who sought to create a moral transformation in their readers. And one of the moral transformations that they were particularly interested in as America seemed to lurch towards civil war had to do with the question of slavery and this problem of slavery in America. And so I was really interested in, now Emerson wasn't thinking about that at all when he first delivered The American Scholar, but I was really interested in how his call to change the world in that Phi Beta Kappa address propelled not only him but a lot of American writers to create a kind of writing that arguably contributed to eventually to the division of opinion that created the Civil War, and how they responded to that division once it actually exploded and erupted upon the American scene.